You mentioned that you have a scripted doc versus one where you followed someone around with a camera. So what are the differences? How are you structuring, what you're going to shoot?
How I do documentaries, which are kind of scripted in terms of not they're scripted like please say this. They're scripted treatments, as in, well, I'm going to interview this person and I need them to say this so that I can move on to the story form, story points of the next scene. I do very 3-act structure kind of docs. And this is pretty common. Like there's a good documentary film on Documentarians, which I think is called Capturing Reality. I'm not sure. I was shocked to see that almost all the documentarians on that movie, which are very highly successful documentarians, script and treatment their documentaries. So what I do is basically kind of, if I were doing an outline or initial treatment for a narrative film, I do that for a documentary, which can look very, as an example, say the adultery documentary, it goes from a opening scene of adulterers talking about adultery, and then we have our inciting incident of, so how did you meet this person, and then we have like our act turn, so what happened next. You know, it's in a way a movie, a narrative film, but we're going to do it as a documentary. A lot of that is just for saving time and kind of know where I'm going. You know, you can interview somebody for hours and they could tell you about their life, and you know, you don't know where exactly it's all there, and it saves a lot of time. But also, it's kind of the kind of docs that I prefer is also the reason why I do that over the just kind of capturing someone's life. I kind of like a story.
When you have done them where you're just capturing someone's life and you're following them around, do you have a method in your head of, this is probably what I'm going to try to look for first, get them to talk about their childhood? You know, you said you do certain things to just warm up, but do you also do that when you're in sort of free form storytelling like that? Do you have any type of...
Well, honestly, I haven't done that in many, many years of shooting a documentary where you just kind of free form. I think that type of documentary is the documentary where you have to follow someone for a long time, because if you're free-forming, you really never know when they're gonna say the thing you need, and then you have to kind of edit it. But you know, you have to edit while you're shooting to kind of see where things are going, which is great. I mean, obviously there's really great documentaries that do that form, but for me, you know, I'm not an independently wealthy person and all that kind of stuff where I can just stay with some random stranger for 5 years and shoot them and all that kind of jazz.